Jericho Green here with you again, and I want to talk about California's false identity, California's false persona as a peace-loving, all-inclusive state. Can an inanimate object be, or can it have a persona, being that it's not a person? I don't fucking know, but you know what I mean. California to this day is thought of as the last bastion of hope and acceptance. If nobody else loves you in any other state, you come to California, they'll love you. California is the home of John Steinbeck. Look at these beautiful fields. They look a little more beautiful when shit's growing in them, but you know, we're coming up on winter time. It's the home of the hippie movement, the Haight-Ashbury district. Hey man, why do we make love and not war, man? Let's stick it to the man. Santa Cruz, Berkeley, San Francisco, LA, you know, from the palm trees and the roller skates to the Golden Gates. California loves you. California accepts you. That is what you call a fat, steaming pile, a freshly squeezed pile of bullshit. That is not the case. I was born in Mississippi, and after 4 months, my parents moved out here to California. So I pretty much spent my entire life in California. In the military, I traveled. I lived in New York. I lived in Jersey. I've been to damn near all the 50 states, except for some tucked way up in the corner in the Northeast. But the bulk of my life has been spent here in California. And every time I heard the word nigger was right here in California. From the time I was in 3rd grade, and you know, after recess as a little kid, you know, we all hit the water fountain like a parched gazelle that just outran a fucking cheetah, and you gulping down that water as fast as you can. Well, this little girl comes up behind me and pushed my head, and I hit my tooth on the fucking fountain. She said, "Save some for the whales, nigger." That was in California. Side note, I punched that girl in her stomach. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I was 8 years old, and that shit was fucked up and hurt my feelings, and it was mean. So I let that bitch feel it. I was not the type of kid to turn the other cheek and, oh, fucking, why can't we be friends? Kumbaya my ass. But every time I was called that foul word, it was right here in California. From that time to when I was in high school and this fucking kid named Ernesto called me a nigger, that was right here in California. That was in the Golden State. Side note to that, I grabbed that motherfucker by his backpack and slammed him in the dirt. But that was right here in California. A few weeks ago at my work, this dude was being unruly. He was being escorted out. Yeah, that's right. You got it. Me and the other black guy who was walking him out of the fucking store, he called us niggers. He brought his nigger confetti and he was spreading that shit everywhere. That was right here in California. There's a man, he's a radio talk show host, an author, does speaking engagements. His name's Larry Elder. You may or may not have heard of him. Man's fucking intelligent. He knows what he's talking about. Check him out. But he tells a story about his father coming from the South. You know how it was in the South during Jim Crow? What they call it, Bull Connor, George Wallace, all the classics. So he comes out here to California, and instead of calling him a nigger, you know what they said? Oh, you don't have any references, we can't give you work. Oh, we don't have any job openings. Same thing. California was just nicer about it. In the South or in California, it's still a fat, racist dick. Just that Californians are still circumcised. You're still getting fucked. But I get so tired of this false fucking identity that California has. You seen the commercial? Maybe, I don't know if they show it outside of California, but it's all about, you know, coming to visit California. And the dude's like writing down his golf score. We're all a bunch of pencil pushers. Some fucking dude running out to the fucking ocean with his board. Hey man, we all have board meetings. California's not all surfer dudes and Venice Beach, all right? There's some racist motherfuckers here. We have the largest population in the country, so of course we're gonna have the most racist, right? It only makes fucking sense. California has its fucked up parts. California is not this all-accepting, arms wide open, kumbaya, come on in and we'll make you feel loved bullshit. There's some racist cocksuckers in California too. Oh man, California, it's all about love, man. Yeah, if you're a fucking illegal, it is. California don't care about black folks. California's giving away our jobs in our neighborhoods to illegals that come here. So how the fuck is that? I think I remember pretty much every time somebody called me a nigger. And the reason I say the word and I don't say the N-word is because why the fuck not? You know what word I'm trying to say? And I want people to hear that word. I want people to get uncomfortable. I want you guys to turn down your speakers if you don't have your earbuds in and you're listening to this around other people. It's a fucked up word and nobody should use it. But to sit there and try to make people think that California is this fucking loving place, no, it's not. They don't love us in California. They don't love any Californians if you were born here. That's why we're paying these high-ass fucking taxes and gas prices and rent and the cost of a fucking house and allowing black neighborhoods to be gentrified and allow them to be pushed out by illegals. California's a loving fucking all-accepting state. That's a bunch of motherfucking bullshit. No, it's not. California's just like every other fucking state in some ways, worse than others. But to think that people came out here from the south or from the east or southeast, I guess all the way up to Virginia, South Carolina, it's supposed to be nicer in New York. That's probably a bunch of bullshit too. But to think that people came out here and because you cross an imaginary line, they're like, hey, there's a beach. I'm not racist anymore. We got palm trees and shit out here. I love everybody. Fuck no, that's not the case. A lot of people from the South came out here during the Dust Bowl, during the Depression. They couldn't find work. You think they left their racist ways behind them? You think there weren't racists waiting here to greet them? California's not this fucking magical place. Every time I've heard that despicable, disgusting word was right here. And like I said, I've lived in other places. I've been to other countries. I never heard it. Except right here, home sweet home. My home state of California. Fucking bullshit. I got love for California. Like I said, I grew up here. It's what I know. But to think that California is some kind of fun-loving, accepting, all kind of place is a fucking lie. There's racists here too, like a motherfucker. Now you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but I live in the left's fucking butthole. It's called California. Please follow your boy on the Twitters @Green_Jericho. I'm Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.